Any system can be presented as a flow rather than a fixed program. These systems refer to structured, spiritual, or self-development approaches that organize experience into a path. They include meditation, devotion, philosophy, and modern frameworks that guide in essence toward clarity or realization. They are called systems because they establish method and sequence while orienting attention toward an expected outcome. The central idea is often framed as restoring the mirror of the mind through practice and guidance. Metaspherically, this reveals the structure being maintained. To restore something assumes it was altered. It creates a narrative of loss followed by recovery. The mind is treated as something that can be refined, moving from confusion to clarity. Conduction does not degrade and does not require restoration. What appears as distortion is the continuation of interpretation. When interpretation is not maintained, nothing needs to be restored because nothing was altered. The idea of a journey reinforces this. It presents articulation as evolving through stages toward completion. What appears as progression is the ordering of modulation into sequence, which creates the appearance of a path. Even when described as a flow, the same assumption remains. Something is unfolding toward an outcome. Devotion, knowledge, refinement, and action all continue this structure by sustaining the idea that something must be reached or improved. From a metaspherical perspective, nothing is obscured outside of interpretation. Surrender becomes clear when this continuity is no longer sustained. It is not something done or applied. There is no method for it. What is called surrender is simply the noticing of interpretation as it appears. An impulse to correct or reach arises and is usually followed. In surrender, that continuation is not reinforced. When a path is no longer sustained, the structure loses coherence. There is no accumulation of progress. What was already present remains unobscured. Allowance remains when the movements of seeking are no longer continued. Nothing is interfered with. Be is not the result of practice. It is not produced through devotion or understanding. It is already present and becomes obvious when the attempt to shape experience is no longer sustained. There is no mirror to restore. There is no journey to complete. Nothing is missing. This is the language of the spheres,